Hello, welcome once again to this online platform. Now let's look at the third example of inverse function involving algebraic fraction. So the same 4 steps. So let's replace f of x with y. But one thing I want you to remember is that when you say this, all it's trying to tell you is that we don't want the denominator to become 0, because when it does, there will be no function. So that's why the restriction x is not equal to 5. Okay, let's begin to create the inverse function. Replace f of x with y. Second, switch x and y around. Then let's begin the process of making y the subject. Now let me explain something quickly here. When you get a situation like this x is the same as x over 1 equals 1 over quantity 5 minus y. So therefore you can now cross multiply such that the x will multiply the quantity 5 minus y and 1 will multiply 1. So that's the quick way of doing that. So doing that means you're going to multiply x by quantity 5 minus y and put it on the left hand side, and 1 times 1 will be 1 on the right hand side. So this is what you will have. So now let's expand. So we're going to have 5x minus y, x equals 1. Now I want the yx to become a positive term, so I'm going to add both yx to both sides of the equation. So I'm going to end up having 5x equals 1 plus yx. It will still give us the same answer at the final stage if you subtracted 5x from both sides. The final answer will be the same. So now I want to make y the subject, which means the positive 1 here will need to move to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to minus 1 from both sides, and that will give me 5x minus 1 will be equals to yx. Now to make y the subject, I'm going to divide both sides by x, so that when I cross out, this is what I have. And if I simplify it, I'm going to have 5 whole minus 1 over x equals y. Now that I've made y the subject, the last stage is to replace the y with the inverse function notation. Therefore the function now becomes, inverse function now becomes 5 minus 1 over x. The fourth example.